What's going on, Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back. More tech, more reviews, and we got the Samsung S21 Ultra in hand. And today we're gonna be looking at these cases from UAG. This is the Monarch, we got the Pathfinder, we got the Civilian, and we got the Plasma. So let's check them out. All right, so I got 4 cases here from UAG, one of the most reputable companies as far as protection when it comes to any of your cases. The Plasma, the Civilian, the Pathfinder, as well as the Monarch. Now, these cases are gonna run you anywhere from like $29.99 all the way up to 60 bucks. So just keep that in mind, depending on which one you would like. You're gonna pay out a little bit more money for the Monarch, but for the Civilian, you can get it for about 30 bucks. Just keep that in mind. With that being said, let's go. So first things first, let's check out the Civilian. Now, if you have one of these devices, you know that this thing is slippery as they come. So like the back is super slick. So you're gonna have something to keep it from sliding out of your hand. This is the actual Civilian. It's nice and rugged on the outside, comes in several different colors, but this one I picked up in the blue. So you get the blue with the black on the sides, and then on the inside you got the gray and black. Military drop tested, tough case. It doesn't bend. It gives a little bit right here at the camera, but there's a hole right there and it's really thin. But on the sides, nice and thick. There we go, dropping it in. When you actually get this in, it makes it feel a little more bulky. It feels a little more boxy when you put it in, but it actually protects really, really well. Now, let's look at the camera, because that's one of the major features that we always like to make sure that the camera is protected. And ever so slightly, it is in that recess. So you do have good camera protection. Buttons, nice and tactile. You can hear those clicking on the side. Everything matches up down bottom. Clear path to our charging port as well as our speaker. Our mics up top, nice and good, clean. That's pretty much it. So we want to actually look for that lip around the edging, and you do have a logo right there, but you got a nice raised lip and raised edging. That means when you drop it, it basically bounces off the table. You don't have to worry about your screen getting cracked up or busted. The Civilian by the company UAG. So in order to take this off, it's basically just a bumper style case. So you're just gonna peel it off, put it to the side. Let's check out the next one. Now, this is the Plasma. It also comes in a couple of different variants, so just keep that in mind. Throw that in there. Let's pop it on. There we go. All right, so that's dope. Now, the feel of this is more light than the Civilian. Civilian feels a little more heavy, has a little more weight to it than when you put the actual Plasma on. Cool thing about the Plasma is you're still going to be able to see that color that you paid for back behind there. And that ice matches up really nice with that camera bump. But that's pretty much it. Let's listen to these. Nice and tactile, no issue there. Camera. Let's check out this. There we go. It is nice and protected. Let's look right here as well. We're looking for this raised lip, and you see it ever so slightly. You do have that raised lip. Boom, bounces off the table. We're good to go with that. Down bottom, everything looks good with our cutouts, and up top, we're good to go. So all around, well-built case. You got your hard rubberized edging. They actually protrude off the top as well as the bottom, so you don't have to worry about too much damage if you drop this, banging the corners, anything like that. Most people don't just drop their phone, but if you do, military drop tested, these things are good to go. So one thing I forgot with the Civilian, which all these do work with the wireless charging, but there we go. Now, the thickest of all these is probably gonna be the Monarch, so I'm gonna save all the other testing for that one. All the rest of them will wireless charge though, so we don't have anything to worry about in that category. All right, so let's go around here to the Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder is probably one of the most stealthiest of the bunch. That black on black on black on black, it's just blacked out. So matte finish on the back of this one. Not gonna see a whole lot of fingerprints, but that's pretty much it. This is what you're gonna be looking at. Now, camera, same thing, still nice protected. Buttons still nice and tactile. This one is a bit more slippery than the Plasma though. Civilian is still a little slick. This one is more slippery, probably on the same level as the Civilian. But this is pretty much what you're gonna get in a nutshell. You have those same raised edges along those corners, the same raised edge on the front. If you drop it, you don't have to worry about anything shattering your screen, unless you drop it on a raised edge like right there in the middle. Then you're gonna have some problems. But for the most part, you're going to be protected as you sit it down on tables. You're gonna avoid scuffs on your screen and things of that nature. Next up, the big boy in the bunch. This is the most expensive out of all of them. This is the Monarch. It comes in three actual variants, so you can check those out. I always like to get this crimson. I like the red on the black. That's a really nice combo. So we're gonna put it on the phone. Let's do that right now. All right, so putting it on is like, it fits like a glove. This is probably my favorite case out of the bunch. Out of all of them, this one does it for me right here. Now I wish I had picked up that black, because the black on that red would have been slick, super slick. But you can hear that tactile buttons. You're still good. Camera cutout. Let's check it out. Camera disappears behind there. There are no issues. This back is way harder than any of the rest of them. You actually have leather woven into here as well. As you can see that leather in there. Your front on your screen, let's check it out. You do get that raised lip. You get grips over here on either side. It's not gonna slide out of your hand. Not gonna fall. There are no issues with that. Now, let's check this out, because with it being so thick, you want to make sure that your mics and everything match up. So everything, our cutouts, perfect, on point as usual, and we're good to go with that. So you drop this thing, bounces off the table. That's what we look for. You want those rubberized edges to cause that bouncing effect. And when you get that, you know it's all good. Raised edging on those corners, nothing to worry about there with protection. And that's pretty much it. So wireless charge test on this one, that's a go. So you don't have to worry about wireless charging. You're good in that aspect, but will it reverse wireless charge? So let's turn that feature on. All right, so we got wireless power share on. Let's check it out. There we go. We are sharing power wirelessly through the case, so you don't have to take the case off in order to use this feature, your wireless power share. All right, so there we go. We got 4 cases from UAG. Really tough, really durable casing. Let me go ahead and get this out of there. We got the Civilian, we got the Monarch, we got the Plasma, and we got the Pathfinder. All 4 are really protective for your device. You paid $1,000 or so for a device like this, so you want to protect it. But all these cases are going to be really good to have. Like I said, anywhere from about 30 bucks all the way up to 60 bucks for one of these cases. But I think it's well worth it for a $1,000 phone worth of protection. So I'll be sure to drop links below so you can check these out for yourself. Hopefully this has been able to help someone out. Until next time, be sure and give me that big thumbs up, and please subscribe. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.